I am glad you see reason, Courier. I was concerned that the bear had dug its claws in you.
I've spoken with Chief Hanlon and Dr. Hildern. The NCR is crumbling.
Yes, indeed. Crumbling of its own folly. No doubt citizens of the People's Republic revel in its supposed greatness. But a society is only as great as it is sustainable. By my calculations, the NCR will cease to exist as a superpower within 3 years. Within 15, all that will remain are old flags in settlements that became independent. This outcome became inevitable in 2277.
The first battle of Hoover Dam.
No, the battle was a symptom, not the disease. The bear's insatiable expansion, the greed of its Senate, and the strain on its resources. These are the cancers gnawing at the Republic's bones.
A battle they won, yet you call it a symptom?
Victory can be a poisoned chalice when it breeds complacency. Each triumph sold to the masses as the prelude to a bright future, yet each victory bringing the Republic closer to its knees. The dam was but a bandage on a mortal wound, but as I said, it was simply a symptom. Far more taxing on the Republic is its lack of water. How long do you think Lake Mead would last a population of over 700,000? And when drained, they'll expand again. Supply lines that grow ever longer, with resources that grow ever more scarce. The NCR's arm is so separated from its head that they could not even appoint a proper physicist to bring Helios 1 back online. Imagine the benefit that solar energy could bring in the desert. But no, Hoover Dam is all too important to them. A power plant that will cease to function once they have drained the water.
Hoover Dam is symbolic, a show of power.
An astute observation. President Kimball promised the people that Hoover Dam would forever belong to the Republic. A promise made in 2277 after a terrible catastrophe along their supply route. A route you walked, Courier.
The Divide.
Yes, you have seen what remains of it. Such destruction was wrought by the NCR's arrogance. You may have delivered the package, but they were too incompetent for their ambition. You can imagine what happened when its citizens looked upon the bodies of their fallen brothers.
I saw them myself. The marked men. Bodies scorched red.
A tragic fate for soldiers of the Bear. When the first recovered bodies from Hopeville returned to Shady Sands, its citizens took to the streets to demand President Kimball formally end the Mojave campaign. But he did not. Instead, he conscripted more soldiers. Now his citizens sit with bated breath, hoping that the promise of Hoover Dam is fulfilled, hoping that the tragedy of the Divide was worth it after all. But it won't be, and those who oppose the Mojave campaign will come to see 2277 as the final year of their old republic, the year Kimball eroded the values of Tandy and opted for imperialism. Surely you see why the NCR cannot be allowed to take Vegas.
It would only embolden Kimball, promote further expansion east.
Yes, when they lose, their people will be forced to confront this attempt at expansion as a complete and utter failure. I imagine that the people might even move the capital away from Shady Sands, believing the city too corrupt to be the seat of government.
Even so, I hope the Republic lasts. Broken as it may be, the founding values of Shady Sands are noble.
Without a doubt. Perhaps they will elect a new president who is true to those values. I would not be opposed to a strategic partnership so long as their leader is more competent than Kimball.
That's not setting a very high bar.
I'm beginning to enjoy our partnership, Courier.